Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno for Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg, who's looking very much alive here, but we're going to talk to the cast and crew to find out a little bit more. Congratulations, world premiere today. You must be thrilled to be here at the LFF.
It's very exciting. We're in the heart of London. We're here with all the cast and crew, and it's the world premiere of Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg.
We're talking about the heart of London because this is all you've travelled up from Dorset, haven't you, today? So tell us more about that.
In terms of travelling up?
As in terms of filming in Dorset.
Yeah, we chose to kind of make the film entirely in Dorset where we live. And so we kind of gathered a cast and crew that lived in Bournemouth, and then we just travelled an hour down the road to Bridport, where they shot Broadchurch, TV's Broadchurch, and we made the film entirely there. It's a place called Freshwater Beach. It's a privately owned caravan park, so it's just ideal for our location and our story. And we had a great time. Discovered Dorset, which is a kind of touring company down there. They brought us down on a special bus every day, so it was an hour bus down and an hour bus back. And when we started filming, we thought that might be a bit of a nightmare. It was the highlight of every day because it really helped to generate a kind of friendly atmosphere. We all kind of got to know each other, and it was good fun.
And what a great concept for a film. It's almost like a Famous Five, isn't it? But Famous Four.
Yeah, it's Famous Four. Yeah, that's a good one. And we also kind of took inspiration even from Scooby-Doo, that kind of tone and that kind of silliness. And then even with the things like the Goonies, classic films like the Goonies, we wanted to bring back films that had kids in the lead roles, getting out there, having fun, doing adventures. And we think there should be more British films like that.
I mean, at the heart of it, it's like a murder mystery, isn't it, really?
Yeah. The kids suspect that the camp's mascot, Nelson Nutmeg, has been killed, so they set out to investigate. So even though that sounds a bit kind of scary and a bit dark kind of thing, it's Nelson Nutmeg, and maybe they've got the wrong end of the stick, perhaps.
And the children, the sense of humour that comes through, how important was that for you to bring a comedic kind of element to it?
Yeah, it was really good actually, because when we began, myself and Tim, the co-writer and co-director, we wrote the script together, and then we thought, well, is this funny for kids? I mean, I've written for kids TV, and so I kind of knew, that we'll get away with that. But then once we kind of gave it to the kid actors to do, they even gave us some lines, and the things that they came up with on set that we would never make up in a million years. So that was really great, and it makes us look good in terms of screenplay. So that's great.
When I was growing up, it was always about going on holiday, and there was always a giant mascot there, And part of you loved him, but part of you just wanted to wrestle him to the ground. And that's sort of the inspiration behind it. But it's really about sort of growing up. So the film's about a group of, kids. They're sort of 9, 10, 11 years old, that kind of thing. So the mascot's a little bit too old for them, and they want to be adults now. So they're like, oh, Nelson Nutmeg, he's so rubbish, we don't want to be part of all that. But when they see him get pushed off a cliff and fall to his death, they're like, well, we better try and solve this mystery in a Scooby-Doo kind of way. So that's what they do. But it's actually about, don't always be in a hurry to grow up. You can enjoy your childhood. So that's the sort of message of the film.
And I believe this film is made on a micro budget, really, as a producer. How difficult was that logistically to organise?
Well, there's some upsides and downsides to having no money. Obviously, the downsides is everything's a bit difficult to do. But the plus side is that no one's always looking over your shoulder, with the pressure of are you spending the money in a good way. So in that way, we could be quite flexible. So, for instance, we shot only at weekends because the kids went to school in the week, and we didn't have to take them out of school because learning's important. And so you couldn't really do that if you had a large budget, but on a micro budget you can get away with those kind of creative ideas. So, I'm a very creative person, writing, directing, coming up with crazy ideas. I've got to bring that creativity to money as well. How can I make our little meagre amount go a long, long way? So that's what we did.
And it's a lovely sort of story of bringing 4 kids together. I said to Danny, it's almost like the Famous Five, isn't it? But the Famous Four.
Yeah, or maybe the infamous 4 in our case, because they're a bunch of rascals, really. So it's a bit Famous Five, it's a bit Scooby-Doo, but it's also a little bit Little Rascals, because they're a bit cheeky, our kids, But that keeps it fresh. I don't want anyone thinking this is old-fashioned or not for them. This is set, in modern times, modern day. and with kids that are like you, if you're that age. So, we're trying to make it so that it's not, if you're young, this is a film that you feel we've made for you, because that's what we've done. We've made it for you.
And it feels very British, it's set in a British holiday camp, and it's quite unique, isn't it, really? And it's like a tradition to it, isn't it?
There is a tradition to those kind of holidays in Britain. Going to the crazy caravan, and it's windy and rainy, and there's nothing to do, so you play drafts and all this because there's no Wi-Fi there. But that's, in another way, that's all we can afford to do. So we're making the most out of what we've got, because we live in Bournemouth. This is a film that's all set in Dorset and filmed in Dorset. And so we're using what we've got to make our low budget go a little bit further. But beyond that, it looks great. It's a fantastic location there. It's on the beach, caravan park on the beach, towering cliffs. If people watch ITV, it's where they film Broadchurch. It's got a fantastic, larger-than-life look about it that suits the larger-than-life story that we're telling.
Tell us about your movie.
It's sort of like a group of kids see the cat mascot murdered, and it's just trying to find out who did it and who was in the suit, and like a motive.
And
What was it when you read the script? What did you like about it?
I just love the whole idea of having kids being the main cast, and it was an amazing script. It was amazing having all the kids, like I said, and I think it all fitted really well having the Colonel. That was an unusual role I'd never played, so it just really jumped to me.
And you're all working together, the four of you as a group. What was it like, all of you working together?
We became quite good friends after a while, because it was actually a lot of fun. In the end, we got used to it all, and it was really good.
Did you get a chance to work together before you started shooting and get to know each other first?
Well, we did rehearsals and we did the auditions, and that when they started putting us together and seeing how we worked together. So we did have that time to get used to each other, and we just hanged out and just, had loads of fun.
And the location's great. You spent most of your time in a holiday camp. Was it good fun?
Yeah, it was because it was a holiday camp. While you weren't on set, there was a lot of stuff to do as well. So it was a good place also to have fun while we weren't filming.
You look like you were having fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it exciting to be here today?
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And so, when you first read this story, what did you think? Were you excited?
It was a really good storyline, and also because it's not like cartoons and it's real people, it's really cool.
Did you like the story?
Yeah, I thought it had quite a good meaning to it, and definitely a moral to it as well.
And there's the four of you that are a gang, aren't you, really? How did you work together to kind of create that bond on set?
Well, beforehand we always did rehearsals of it. So the rehearsals were not only to practice the script, but to create a bond. And he's my friend now.
Go Fish Magic Box.
Goldfish magic box?
Go Fish Magic Box.
Is that what brought you all together?
Basically.
And when I was speaking to Danny, the director, earlier on, he said how you were all able to bring something and lines of dialogue yourself. Did you enjoy being able to sort of collaborate like that?
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Did you enjoy working with the director?
Yeah.
And what was the most fun part of shooting for you guys?
Definitely making new friends and going up on the bus every day.
Game of Life.
Game of life. Excited today? You're at the London.
Yeah, it's awesome. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, it's really.
How did you become involved with the project?
My mum saw the auditions online, and I went to the auditions, open auditions at Lighthouse and Paul. Yeah.
Are you an actor already?
No, it's my first thing I went for. Yeah.
So you're a real inspiration. So you just thought I'm going to go for it.
Yeah. Well, my mum didn't tell me about it till the day before, because I was doing my GCSE exams. And then just after my last maths exam, she was like, "Oh yeah, you've got an audition tomorrow. You're auditioning for a film." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went along, and yeah.
And how did you find the process of learning a script and being able to perform? Was it nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. Yeah, but I prefer in front of a camera than a big audience on stage. So, yeah, less nerve-wracking than that. Yeah.
And you I would imagine worked very closely with the directors as well to help give you direction.
Yeah, directors. Yeah, and we did rehearsals beforehand and stuff. Yeah.
And was it fun working on a film? Actually, would you want to continue?
Yeah, it was great fun. Yeah, I'd like to continue. Yeah, it'd be good. Great fun.
The sort of story that you like?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a kid's film. I'd like to do some other stuff as well. It'd be good. Yeah, as well. But yeah.
Tell me, what attracted you to this script?
Well, I was asked to go along by Danny and Tim, and I know the guys anyway, so I know that they're talented filmmakers, and Danny's great at screenwriting. Danny actually joined me on an adult acting course, so it just shows his level of commitment that he wants to see what things are like from the perspective of those actors. And as soon as I got the script, you could just see the dialogue. It's just there, it's three-dimensional. All the characters are very lively and realistic, so yeah, it's great.
It seems an enchanting story as well, doesn't it? This kind of whodunit thriller.
Yeah, it's very charming, very old school, the sort of thing that we don't tend to have anymore. And E.T. and great films in the 80s. My particular favourite, Goonies, where the kids were the stars and the adults, they're kind of the butt of the jokes. So. Yeah, I don't mind playing those sort of roles.
I was going to say, is that what you found with the role that you were playing?
Yeah, I think the kids were trying to work out who I am, and there's this big reveal moment where they find out. They're looking over the wall. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah.
Is it nice as well for an actor that you're filming in Dorset? It's local and it's celebrating England, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dorset's a superb location. One of the benefits of Dorset is that you've got amazing scenery on your doorstep. And I was filming on Far From the Madding Crowd, and a lot of the cast and crew were blown away by the scenery. And Charlotte, the Danish director of photography, is making plans to actually move to Dorset now. It's such a special place, yeah.
I actually interviewed her for that, for Far and Madding Crowd, and her cinematography's stunning, isn't it?
Oh, it is absolutely amazing. Those shots down on the beach with the footsteps, after the sheep had gone over the cliff, yeah. Incredible.
Stunning.
Yeah.